Hi, welcome to Monty's Misadventures. I'm Monty, and these are my misadventures. Today we're at the Charles City Dirt Riders Club in Charles City, Virginia. I'm here with my grandson for the dirt bike boot camp. I'll leave a link in the description. While you're here, please press that like button and subscribe to my channel. All right, so what's going on here is my grandson is here for their boot camp, which is just a training course to teach the fundamentals of dirt bike riding. They do a lot of different type of training events for everything from beginners. There were kids here that have never ridden a motorcycle at all to advanced motocross lessons and that sort of thing. Waylon would be the intermediate beginner, I would suppose. Right now, they've split the group up into two. One is with Bob, the owner of the club, and my grandson is here with Jessie, the dirt bike girl. She has a YouTube channel as well. I'll leave a link in the description for you. Yeah, right now they're on the short grass track, following Jessie around, just basically learning fundamentals. And mostly what it is teaching kids how to stand up while they ride, how to use their brakes properly, how to look ahead, where they're going, not right down at their front wheel, which can tend to lead to problems. So they seem to be getting the hang of it pretty quickly. And as the day progresses, and it's a fairly long day for these young folks to be out here working with them, you can gradually see their speed coming up and their confidence level coming up and their crashes coming up. So I didn't get any good videos of any crashes, but most of the kids did fall off at one time or the other. But it's a dirt bike. They're all wearing protective gear, so nobody gets hurt. Occasionally you would see somebody that couldn't figure out how to get out from underneath the motorcycle, which to me is funny because all you got to do is just crawl out. I mean, it's the bike doesn't weigh that much, but when you're pinned underneath it, you may not think that clearly about it. So anyway, as the day went by, they learned a lot of new skill sets, and then towards the end of the day, they gave them some free ride time, just to practice what they learned, to cement their fundamentals as they've picked it up today. The tracks we used were this little mini motocross track, and then straight ahead out in front of me there is a 6-mile grass track that she took them out on to just get them where she could actually zip around and look at each one individually and give them some pointers as they needed it. Here, my grandson he's a very helpful kid. This one young lady here, she rode great, but she couldn't get her bike started anytime it stalled, so he would get off and try to kick it for her. And by this point in the game, he was pretty tired, so he wasn't really able to get it to start. Earlier in the day, every time she would stall the bike, her dad would come running over and kick it for her. Here, eventually, I get off of my bike and go over, and hopefully I can get it started. One kick is all I get. There it is. I did it.
Got it.
And that's just how I roll. So anyway, it was a really fun day. I know by the end of the day, all these kids were dead tired. I know Waylon was. You could kind of tell. We rode around a bit afterwards, and you'll see we'll go back over to one of the little grass tracks, and he no longer was able to stand up, or he didn't want to stand up. He was pretty beat. But he told me that he had an issue with cramps in his hands. He would because you're using the clutch and brake so much that after a while that it kind of wears you down. But he was a trooper, and we kept going for a while. Some of the others had already given up and packed up and left, but we stayed a little bit longer. We decided to go back down over to the grass track, the smaller grass track, and see what we could, what kind of videos we could get. Here he's trying to learn not to stick his foot out when he goes through these turns, and they were teaching that you can do it either way. Stick your foot out or don't stick your foot out. Most people learn to stick your foot out while you're doing it, but they really want you to try to learn to go around the turns with you while you're standing up on the pegs. And you can certainly do it. It's just a matter of shifting your weight, and that's what everything was here, a matter of learning your balance and how to move around on the bike. But that's a tough lesson for the kids when they're first learning to ride. So anyway, I think we're done here. I'm going to head back to the truck and load up. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next video. Stay safe.